Welcome, race fans, to the world's greatest Formula V Championship, the 2012 New South Wales Motor Race Championship. And this is race number 2, the Sunday morning race of round 3.
Okay, Reynolds is on pole from the result from yesterday, with Simon Pace second. Third was Darren Williams. Fourth was Gary Ogden with Craig Conlon. Gary Hook with a fantastic time finishing for a change. Corinne, Morgan and Lee Porter. Okay, we're away.
Away we go. And Simon just took the lead for a moment off Daniel Reynolds. Great first gear shootout. Simon, unfortunately, looks like Daniel's got the shot in second and third gear, and as they go around turn 1.
Okay, now so we're on board here with Pablo Martino. Okay, that's Dean Kavanagh on his left. Got a pretty good start here. He's going to slice. Oh, great slice there between. That's Benny Oldfield leasing out the Stinger from the CXC Stinger of Dylan Thomas.
Right, Lachlan Higgins in the red Sabre, the former Daniel Reynolds championship winning car. All now nose to tail as they come into turn 1. Were nose to tail as they spread across the track. And there's Daniel Reynolds typically now leading the pack as they all go through turn 2.
And there's Dean Kavanagh in front of Benny Oldfield with that Lee Porter back there.
That's Lee Porter in about 10th place. And now we've got a shot of the 1200 cars. There goes Peter McDonald in the black Kestrel, who's just a newbie to racing, just got his licence only 2 days ago.
Yep, at the OLT on Friday. Okay, Benny Oldfield looks like he's trying to go around the outside there of Lockie Higgins. Here comes the 1200. Looks like Butcher's at the back of the field there.
Yeah, Butcher's
had a bad start.
That's right, Butcher's lost 2 or 3 spots, that's right.
Okay, now on board with Pablo here. He's coming up behind Lee Porter into turn 4. We've got the new section of track going to be coming up in a sec, so hopefully we stay on board here. You might see a fair bit of the new twisty, windy section from turn 6 through to the old turn 8.
That's right, this is the first ever race meeting on the new Eastern Creek, or now called the Sydney Motorsport Park Long Circuit. And this is
Pablo on the inside of Lee Porter.
Pablo on the inside through the new section of track. Here we go onto the new section. Now there are about 500,000 corners in this new track here, so you'll see we go left, right, left, right, left, right, and down the hill.
This is off camber, this left-hander off here. You can see the cars move around a bit. Almost feel like they're going wide. And the bottom of the hill is very, very tight. Some cars even grab in second gear.
Very, very tight corner now. They go up the hill in the new section.
Nicely cambered, this one going up the hill.
Heavy cambered all the way around, almost like a speedway circuit. And just along here, that's where they come onto the entry into turn 8, the old turn 8, back onto the original...
turn 9, now called turn 15.
Now that's turn 9, now called turn 15.
Okay, there's Gary Hook right behind Gary Ogden, both doing a good job.
Yeah, Gary Hook in the Sky Blue Chaser had terrible bad luck this year, but he's made up for it at this race meeting. Yep. He's been knocking at the door of...
Well, there's a spin there, Bernie Cannon.
It was Bernie Cannon in the 1200.
And Butcher was still at the back of the packing. The car doesn't look like it's travelling all right.
Probably got a problem, so I think we'll pick that up as we watch the rest of the broadcast.
There's Dylan Thomas at the outside of Corinne in the Ray Folletti. What is it? The 21 year in the making car.
Yeah, it's a Razor, fabulous looking car, beautifully engineered.
In fact, it looks like it's blowing some smoke in the background there.
But had a bit of a problem in its debut race meeting.
Okay, there's Darren Williams up the inside of Simon Pace.
Look at the speed of these cars go through. They're all doing
3 wide,
160, 170 kilometres an hour.
Okay, watch this, 3 wide into turn. Oh, Corinne's come back. Oh,
we've got an incident here. Oh, gee, turn 1 at 160, 170k.
Okay, Corinne's gone to the outfield there. There could be a couple of different views on that, but okay, coming into here, so Pablo kept going there. Corinne got ousted to the outfield. So
Darren Williams fighting. We were expecting Simon Pace to probably battle for the lead in this race, but not quite there. Darren's actually fighting and keeping Simon Pace out for second and third place.
Okay, so the lead 1200 looks like it's Michael Gale there, followed by Bruce Perry.
That's Bruce Perry in the yellow Elephant from Canberra.
Behind, and Steve Butcher got past. Who that was?
Well, Corinne. We saw Corinne.
There's Bernie, and
Peter McDonald.
Peter McDonald spinning on debut.
Great shot, but we can understand that.
Still coming to terms with the car, I think.
That's right. Peter, also from Canberra. It's great to have you with us. And we earlier in that shot, we saw Corinne with smoke blazing from the back of her car after that incident with Pablo.
Yeah, the car went in the air there, so could be still struggling. Still a lot of smoke coming from the Folletti car driven by Thomas.
But, not a great debut for that car, that beautifully engineered and superbly built car, of course.
If it takes 21 years, it's got to be beautifully engineered. There's Corinne at the back of the thing. She's got a little bit of smoke all over. Right. Okay, coming back into the new section of track here.
That's the old track. that you can see in the distance, and they'll go through a couple of corners now up the hill, right on the outside.
Daniel Reynolds got quite a margin now over Darren Williams, followed by Simon Pace all over his tailpipe.
Right, well, these two cars no doubt battling for position and probably just slowing themselves up slightly.
Okay. Oh, Gary Hook! Oh, just
Gary Hook just behind Gary Ogden, but look, Gary Hook's doing really well. He's keeping up with Gary Ogden, obviously a very competitive
okay,
driver.
so this is Ray Folletti's car, 21 years. It's a beautifully engineered piece of machinery. I know that Dylan's grabbing second gear around that corner at the moment, struggling with a little bit of bottom end and obviously a little bit of smoke as well, a little bit of an oil smoke going on there too.
Yeah, and as you just said there, the smoke is beautifully engineered as well, isn't it?
Oh, Corinne. Oh, what's Corinne? So Corinne's got a problem here, look at this.
Yeah, well, that's the smoke from the incident with Pablo, and that's Pablo right
Actually,
on
Pablo's behind us, and Pablo's had another incident on separately because he kept going after contact with Corinne, and now he's behind her.
A pretty frightening incident, and several seconds in the making before Corinne went up in the air. It could have gone either way.
Yeah, okay. So here's Simon Pace still all over the back of Darren Williams.
That's second and third there with Gary Ogden in the orange Corsica.
Gary Ogden's made a bit of a gap from Gary Hook there, and Craig Conlon, Morgs, and Dean Kavanagh.
You know, despite that smoke coming out of the Razor, it's still going incredibly fast. I think it's just being driven superbly as well, isn't it? No doubt. Okay, back to Michael Gale, the lead 1200. And that's Corinne, another 1600 car, just sort of keeping pace with Michael.
Now there is Gary Hook in that sky blue Jason. Look at that, he's got a little bit of a gap now on Morgan.
Morgan's got past Craig Conlon in the last couple of corners.
Craig's running wide, they're taking a little bit of dirt with him. Corinne, look at the tape, there's exhaust pipe dragging on the back of that. And a whole lot of smoke coming up. She's got a problem there. I think she's going to have to be... She'll probably get black flagged if she keeps going.
She went up in the air and came down pretty hard. That could be an axle boot that might have broken its seal.
Simon Pace up the inside.
Gary Ogden going through. There's Gary Hook.
Here comes Dean Kavanagh on the inside of Craig Conlon.
Side and side, there's two fast cars and fast drivers.
There's that's Thomas in the Folletti car. I thought it was Corinne with the smoke, but it's Thomas smoking, so I'm sure he'll probably get a black flag soon too.
No doubt that he probably... look, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls himself in at some stage in this race. Well, look, Simon's just got ahead of Darren Williams.
Yeah, a little bit of a lock up there by Williams by the look of it. And a bit of dirt as well on the exit.
It looks like Gary Ogden's making up some ground on the second and third place. Gary, of course, in fourth place.
It does look like that smoke's getting lit. Oh no, it's still there.
Alright, there's Lee Porter in the yellow car.
All over the back of Benny Oldfield there.
That's right. Ben probably should have been a little bit higher up in this race.
Let's have a look at the back of this. Yeah, you can see the exhaust pipe dragging there. And there is
something coming. It's coming from the side of the gearbox, so no doubt a side plate.
Or even a rocket car.
And Butcher's not exactly setting the world alight as we normally expect in 1200s.
No. There's Bernie coming back after the spin, and actually that means that Bruce Perry's probably dropped away a little bit.
I'd say so. Bernie moving over to let Bruce sensibly through.
Yeah.
Right, to turn 3.
Okay, so Gary Ogden is making a gap away from this next sort of battle group of... who was that in there? There was
Gary Hook, Morgan Fremantle, Lee Porter, of course.
Dean Kavanagh. He's on board with Pablo, turning into the turn 5, coming into this new section. So
that's Lachlan Higgins up ahead.
Yep, and the smoking Thomas.
Smoking Razor.
Okay, here you go.
No, but
so this is the new section. You see, so chucks a rider, gets a little bit of a wiggle. You take a fair bit of curb. And then you take a fair bit of curb on this ride as well. So
that's all the way third gear through there.
All third gear. Some people are grabbing fourth across the top there. Depends on how your car's suited, but some people are grabbing fourth up there.
Down the hill, we can see second, third and fourth go down the hill. Holding third all the way through. Slamming on the brakes and all the way in third, and then just powering it on back up the hill.
Dean Kavanagh's got past Morgan at some point there as well, so interesting move there.
Okay, Morgan Fremantle, the Razor, Dylan Thomas in the Razor. Lachlan Higgins didn't get through there quite so well.
Benny Oldfield having a look at Thomas.
Benny's finally getting a bit of courage to push the car. That's a lease car. That's the former Nathan Brumby Stinger, which is now owned by Dylan Thomas. So Dylan's driving. That's the former Dylan Thomas Stinger. So we've got a Dylan Thomas Stinger and a Dylan Thomas driver, but in separate cars.
Okay, and you've got Pablo on the former Nathan Brumby Stinger here.
There it is.
Pablo actually did a fantastic job in this Stinger. Here we go. Oh.
There's the race, a good close-up shot of the
actually, that wasn't Benny Oldfield going for Thomas, it was actually Pablo. So you were correct in terms of the right car going for it.
Okay, now here's where we come on to the old circuit.
Yeah, joins in from the left
right there. And so before we go flat from turn 7 up towards turn 8, and it's pretty quick entry previously, but now we come on to turn 8 even a lot faster. Fortunately, it doesn't arc around quite as much as it does when on the normal circuit, but it means we come into turn 9 a lot faster here.
Yeah, it's Arguably, yeah. 3 wide there around turn 9. That's an interesting way to go around there. 3 different lines.